Good morning, Organo friends, family, and guests from around the world. This is Casey Nilsen Martin. We are going to start our week off right with some Monday motivation. I'm sipping on a king of coffee, one of my favorite Organo products that we have, and I have some fun information for you this week. So hopefully you're someplace quiet without distraction. You can take a deep breath. Exhale. You might want to do that 2 or 3 more times depending on the stress that you may or may not be under right at the moment. But I'm super excited to come to you this morning from my home office in Colorado and share a little bit about progress and how you can experience that progress in your life and enjoy the journey. Because one thing I can tell you about the current state of affairs of the world is this too will pass. Better things lie ahead. Positivity and optimism win. I truly believe that. And I see a friend of mine always says, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel and it's not another train, right? There is a light at the end of this tunnel. We can come together in love, in unity, in support, and accomplish great things. And let's talk about how Organo plays a huge role in that for you and how the vehicle of Organo, our incredible products, the value that they add to your life, our incredible opportunity and business model, the value that it adds to your life, and the way that you can increase that value. And the way you increase that value is, the way you multiply that value is to share it. And so I want to share a little bit about the history of Organo and what you're actually a part of. You know, I've been involved with Organo for over 11 years. And it was so much fun. You know, I know many of you have maybe done some deep cleaning while you've been staying at home these last few weeks. And I found a box from my original gold pack when Steve and Deanna and I got started in this business 11 years ago. The company did not look like it looks now. The website did not look or operate like it does now. The marketing, the boxes, the Ganoderma, and the quality of Ganoderma, that was the same, but pretty much everything else has evolved. And we're going to talk about how you can adapt and thrive. I want you to write that down, adapt and thrive. Some people are so resistant to change and they're fighting change so much, but I'm telling you, change is always happening. Have you ever heard that song, The Only Thing That Stays the Same Is Everything Changes, right? I think it's a Tracy Byrd or Tracy Lawrence song, great song, but it's the truth. And sometimes when we fight change, what we're really fighting is growth. What we're really fighting is progress. And I want to show you how, looking back, progress is this beautiful thing that you wouldn't trade for anything. And sometimes I look back on my journey over the last 11 years and all the things that I've learned, all the mistakes that I've made, all the things I wish, like, oh man, I wish I'd done that right the first time. And I go back through all of that, some of the really trying times, some of the really challenging, tearful, you know, character building times, and I wouldn't trade any of them, even the hard moments, especially the hard moments, because victory is something that doesn't come easy. The feeling of victory, how it feels and what it does for your life, that's not something that you get freely off the shelf. That's something you have to put some sweat equity into, and we're going to talk about that. This beautiful box is what came in our original gold pack. As you can tell, it doesn't say Organo anywhere on it. It actually says Zen Rishi. And the company realized that, you know, maybe that wasn't quite an international name. It wasn't quite catchy enough. It wasn't quite simple enough. And maybe had some other connotations to it for the incredible vision we had. And we knew we were going worldwide. And so we evolved, we made changes. But this is, for those of you who've never seen it before, this is the first box. Now look at that marketing. I'm not dissing the marketing. It would have been way worse if I had created it, but very, very simple, black. It shows a picture of the mushroom. It has a plain white cup of coffee, some brown color down here that looks like coffee beans. Not the sexiest packaging, not the sexiest logo you've ever seen, but this is how we started. And when we got this package, we were on fire for Organo. You know, there's an old saying, if you set yourself on fire, people will come from miles around to watch you burn. And the excitement, it was what was on the inside that mattered. To overcome the marketing, to overcome the packaging, let me show you what the sample inside looked like. It looked very, very similar. Here's what the sample of black coffee looked like 11 and a half years ago. here's what the sample of latte looks like. It literally says Rishi at the top. And if you can tell, it says 4-in-1, not latte, 4-in-1. That means cream, sugar, Ganoderma, coffee, 4 things in 1 cup. What we affectionately call a latte. It was called 4-in-1. And we would have to explain that to customers. You know, do you like yours black or do you like yours with cream and sugar? When we're out there sampling just the power of the products, using the best tool we have, which is a sample and a smile. And we would say, how do you drink your coffee? Do you drink it black or with cream and sugar? And you'd hand them this sample and they'd be like, what's 4-in-1? And you'd have to be like, well, it's coffee, it's cream, it's latte, it's sugar. And it was incredible to see that none of this mattered. I mean, does it matter? Yeah, a little bit, but what matters is the person holding the tool. Because could things be better than they are right now? Absolutely. There is always room for progress. What is that saying? The biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. Well, that's true no matter what level of success you're operating at. There's always going to be things. We're constantly moving. I think of it like the earth. The earth is moving. If the earth were to stop moving, life would cease to exist. You think of water. Water stays fresh and clean and healthy when it's moving. Stagnant water, have you ever been? We have a pond over in Fort Collins, not too far from where I live. You don't even want to drive by it in the summer because it's just deep enough to leave the water there, but the water doesn't move and it stinks. Like you can smell it through your car when you're driving by. It's actually become quite a big complaint for neighbors and people who live nearby because it actually brought down their property values because in the summer it smells really bad. And the reality is our businesses, our mind, our belief, our heart, when they get stagnant in our belief, when they get stagnant in our activity, it stinks. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't stay healthy. Movement, money. When money's not moving, things get stagnant. They call that a recession. They call that a depression. When things have got currency, right? Why do we call it currency? It's movement. It's a verb. So we've got to stay in action. And I just want to show you the power of progress. So this is how we started. I actually feel very fortunate. I have here with me a mocha, and it looks like at least this mocha has some color at the bottom of the cup. Again, Zen Rishi mocha. And these were the samples that we started with. And I think of a sample and why you have to keep growing your heart. You got to grow your belief. You got to grow your sincerity. You got to grow your skills. There's some essential skills that you're going to need because we all have the same samples. 11 years ago, we all had this. You know what? There are people who tell me, oh, I wish I had gotten started 11 years ago. I would be a crown ambassador already. And I'm like, no, you probably would have quit because you'd have looked at this. You would have logged into the website with this elevator music and you'd have been like, I can't sell that. This company is not prepared for success. And people couldn't see past this. And they left the dream. They left this incredible company with life-changing products because they couldn't see past this. What is it that you're looking at right now that if you saw past it, you could see the big picture? You could see the future that's unfolding before us right now that we're creating. You could see this wellness community and learn how to thrive, learn how to adapt and grow and step into your success. See, this is incredible. This is incredible. And I like to look at how we evolved. We changed the name from Zen Rishi to Organo Gold. And here was our first logo. I love it. And if you've ever noticed, the symbol of the logo here was supposed to be like the world, like a compass, because we were bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. And we were not going to leave out anybody, regardless of, there are literally no judgments and limitations in Organo except for those in our mind. And so we evolved and we upgraded a little bit. And now it says black coffee, gourmet black coffee, and then it says instant coffee right on it. And then we upgraded again. And now we added a little pop of color. Look at that. We got some black and some red. Black coffee. The Organo vision here with the black coffee. Amazing. And then we upgraded again to Organo and the coffee and the marketing that you have now. Look at those stages. It's like infant, toddler, high schooler, college kid, right? Like, I wonder what the next stage is. And I love it because you have to start. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Look at these. Now, I always tell people, if you're looking for a reason why this won't work for you, you will find one. That's the way your brain works. It does not leave any question unanswered. It will seek an answer. It will seek out whatever you're feeding it. And so if you're looking for a reason why this can't work for you, why it can't work for you right now during all this COVID stay-at-home stuff, and why it can't work for you because of this situation or that situation or this in your history or this, that, or the other, you'll find a reason, and probably a really good one. But if you're looking for a reason why this can work for you, why it will work for you, why it must work for you, your brain will give you a darn good reason for that too. So what are you looking at? What are you focusing on? Focus on where we're headed. We did not let this packet stop us. If anything, this fired us up because we knew we were going places. We knew we had so much room for improvement. We weren't too big for our britches. We knew what we had. You could not shake our tree, our confidence in this business model, in our compensation plan, in our leadership, in our products, which I still believe are second to none in the industry. I look at the industry of network marketing and this multi-level marketing platform and this business model that's so incredible. And I see people winning, selling things that I'm like, how can you even sell that? You must be like salesperson extraordinaire. You must truly be the person who could sell anything, because I'm like, if you can sell that, and they're winning in a major way, and I look at our products and I see all the people winning here in a major way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, our product literally crushes every other product in quality, in ease of opportunity, in the ability to sell, in its recession proofness. All of those things, it's just fantastic. But look at where we started. I look at our first King of Coffee. This is our first King of Coffee sachet. This is what it looks like now. So modern, so beautiful, so sophisticated. And it says premium gourmet Ganoderma lucidum spores. This says instant coffee beverage. Progress. But people want to wait for this, what they think is perfection, and they don't want to go through these stages to get to this. They just want to arrive here. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're going to be bad before you're good, good before you're great. You've got to start where you are, but progress. Don't stay there. You can start anew. And I'm saying, just because you have an ID number doesn't mean you've started this journey yet. A customer can have an ID number. We can have a wholesale customer who orders. We love our wholesale customers. We love our part-time business builders. We love our full-time business builders and everybody in between. I am all about the love, but I'm also here to tell you that there are certain elemental things that you are going to have to do to win in this business, and you have to stop waiting. The time is now. Look at how far we've come in 10 years. The next 10 years, they're coming. They're coming before you know it. I can't tell you exactly what we're going to look like 10 years from now, but I can tell you the progress will be as drastic as this. Are you going to be with us, winning with us throughout the next 10 years? You must decide. You got to make a decision. I mean, look at this. Look at this latte. This was the second latte. This was the second mocha. Progress. Progress. Look at the first hot chocolate packet. I actually used to make fun of this hot chocolate packet, and I'm like, maybe it'll help you sleep. Look, you're getting very sleepy because it looks like it's like swirling in there. We sold the living you-know-what out of this stuff. With this, imagine with that kind of passion, that kind of fire that's just burning, like the burning bush, man. It is just burning from the inside out like a sign of hope and faith and relief and better things to come. We went from this to this. But just because you look better and seem more together, sometimes when we look better and we feel more together, sometimes it creeps in and we actually start to care more what other people think when we look like this than when we look like this. Guys, let all that go. Shake it off. Life is short. Life is precious. Life is amazing. Live it on your terms and be fired up. Maybe right now, I mean, look at this. This is green tea. Now it looks like this. Look how sexy this green tea looks. Guys, it's not about that. I look at LeBron James, Michael Jordan, some of these great basketball players. Guess what? They don't play with a special basketball. I can buy a basketball that they play with. I can buy a football that a famous football person plays with. I could have the same football. I could take the basketball out of Michael Jordan's hands and it would instantly lose its value, trust me. I mean, I did play in high school for like 10 minutes, right? It's not about this. It's about this right here. You take your hand, put it on your heart. You see that heartbeat? That's a purpose. You're here on purpose. You're taking the time to listen to this on purpose. I don't care if only one person in the entire Organo world is listening right now, because all it takes is one person making a decision to say, hey, I might be here right now, but I know what consistency, commitment, and passion will pay off with. And I'm going to stick with this journey to go from, to transform from this to this. See, it's okay if you're starting like this. It's okay if your skill level, when you get started in this business, your skill level with people is like this. And you gotta work really, really hard to get to this. It's okay if your skill level is like this and you gotta work really, really hard to get to this. It's okay if you did a presentation and it sucked. I know that's not politically correct, but sometimes they do. It's okay. Guess what? I've been doing this 11 years. I too have had some presentations that I wish I could have left. I too have said things I wish I could take back. I too have not said things I wish I would have said. All of those things, it's all part of it. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. This is where we started. Do I have a new box up here? I don't, but this is where we started. And this is so beautiful. It means so much to me. Beginnings are a beautiful thing. Let this Monday, let this new week be a new beginning for you. Let it be fresh. Let it be renewed. Let you come out. I mean, look at these lattes. Look at these mochas. I mean, this is some beautiful stuff. It's okay to be where you are, but don't stay there. Jim Rohn said, if you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. And I know you're going through some stuff. The same wind blows on us all. It might blow on us a little bit different at different times in different areas of our life. But guess what? We have solutions right in front of us. And still to this day, nobody's going to come and do it for you. I'm sorry. I know you're secretly hoping somebody's going to come and do it for you, but it's not going to happen. It has to be you. I used to think, man, I would build this for people. If they would just get in, I'd do it for them if I could. And now I wouldn't. Even if I could do it for you, I wouldn't, because I would rob you of the victory. I would rob you of that feeling of you knowing you have everything that you need inside of you to be great. You know what you need to do. The information is out there. You know what skills you need to work on, or if you need to reach out and get help, but earn that help. If you need to be making phone calls, if there are people in your phone right now that you know you need, trust me, if you're listening to my voice, there's somebody that you need to follow up with. You've been thinking about it, you've felt it in your gut, and you know you need to go follow up with them. The second this phone call is over, the second this Zoom is over, you go pick up the phone and you follow up with them. You follow up with them, because that's one of the things that's going to take you from here to here. Stepping stones. Greatness is inside of each and every one of us. We are uniquely, beautifully, wonderfully, powerfully made, and we are not made in a spirit of timidity or fear, but in a spirit of confidence. We are made to go live life great, to live life full of love and abundance. And it's the abundant mindset, it's the abundant mentality that's going to set you free from the life that you don't want. It's going to set you free from stress. It's going to set you free from other things, but you have to switch to the abundant mentality. And we'll talk more about that on a future call, but abundance is yours. I remember I heard a long time ago, the world is extremely abundant, and yet so many people have been programmed to approach the ocean of abundance with a thimble. You could come to the ocean of abundance. It costs nothing to dream big. The most expensive thing you can do is dream small. Let's work together. Let's come together in progress. Let's come together, because 10 years is coming. This is where we started. This is where we are. But where we're going, We've got the best product. We've got the best people. We've got the best. What we need from you is for you to be your best. It's time for you. I want you, if you're in a safe place, you're not driving, I want you to stand up. I want you to put your hand on your heart. I want you to raise your hands up in it. Whatever you got to do, you point at yourself, and I want you to say, it's time for me to be my best. Mediocrity aside, throw the limitations out the window. Now is not the time. I'm done playing small. It's time for me to be my best. Guys, I appreciate you so much taking the time to believe in your future enough to plug into the information, plug into these calls, to spread that knowledge, to spread the wealth of opportunity to others in your community, to work on yourself, continue to grow. I want you to know I understand your pain. I understand your fears. I understand that you're afraid of what they think, that you're afraid of making a mistake, that you've cried those tears, that you've shirked away and been like, oh, can I do it? I understand your disbelief. I understand your doubt, but I also know that you have more inside of you than what you've been given. And now it's time to reach deep down into your spirit and reach down into who you know you're capable of becoming. And let's go through that progression together. You're not alone. We're in this together. Let's bring our best selves to the table. Got a couple of announcements I would like to make. ORGANO, we are stocked with products. We're super excited about all the company has been doing behind the scenes to correct certain things and get us inventory. And we're super excited about that. We have the best products in the world, and we can continue to offer those products to add value. Because of the COVID issues, products are in warehouse, but shipping is a little bit slower right now. So just manage people's expectations. It could be around 10 days after their order is placed before receiving it, because the shipping systems all across the United States and Canada, they're being burdened right now with everybody everywhere shipping things because of all the current things in place. And we are exceeding the standard safety measures and safety protocols. There's limited number of people who can be in the warehouse at the same time. We're doing everything we can to ensure the fastest, safest delivery of your products. Some things are slowed down a little bit by those things, but we are making sure we're doing our best to continue to go out there and earn your trust, earn the value, earn the right to keep sharing this incredible information with you. And I gotta say, I'm super proud of the field. Corporate is super proud of you, our executive team, for not making health claims, for being responsible business owners, for being responsible independent distributors and distribution partners, and making sure that you're not towing that line with making any claims with our products when it comes to the current situation, or making any claims you shouldn't be saying at all, because people are watching. And I just got to say, I'm so super proud of everyone for being responsible and being mature business owners who are looking to add value instead of take advantage. And I appreciate that so much. That comes from myself and the entire corporate staff and leadership team, just wanting to say thank you for doing your part to keep this company great, to make this company great. Let's adapt and thrive. And remember, together we can do anything. Have an amazing, amazing week. This is Casey Martin with your dose of Monday morning motivation.